T-Mobile isn't raising prices, but upselling to Magenta MAX. This article is from fiercewireless.com. Monica Alvin is the writer, the author. I'll make sure to link it in the description box. I want to kind of look at some of these elements, what she has to say on this, and then kind of see, what exactly is the angle. Because while T-Mobile isn't raising prices, they have a more roundabout way of trying to increase their revenues. All right, so T-Mobile makes a big show that it isn't raising prices at the same time when AT&T has increased pricing or certain fees on certain plans, and Verizon has essentially added cost to their administrative fee as like a telco recovery fee or something. That's been going on in dealing with inflation, rising costs, and so forth and such as. One strategy to increase revenues or to increase what's known as ARPU, average revenue per user or per unit, is to move customers to higher priced rate plans. What that does is a customer is going to pay more for their service. So instead of paying, for example, $45 a line, they might move to a plan where, the company might make $50 a line. So that increases the ARPU. Verizon has been doing this a while. They've been the premium experience company. AT&T has also done this as they've tried to move people along to the elite plan and the middle plans, getting them off of the entry-level start plans and starter plans, looking at Verizon and AT&T. And T-Mobile is doing the same thing. They're doing it with the Magenta MAX. Now, the interesting spin here is T-Mobile's executives have said it's not the uncarrier way to just go out and increase prices. We find a better way to actually increase our ARPU and service revenue, and that is to have customers select us. So they're saying that if they just offer a more expensive plan and give customers more with it, they'll gladly bump up to that. All right. So what they call self-selecting to the higher tier rate plans, and that's driving their organic growth in ARPU. You guys do know that T-Mobile has the lowest ARPU in the industry. I wouldn't necessarily say that this is working for them. Now, I will admit that they have, I guess, converted customers in getting them to take the Magenta Max plan. The way that you do that is by giving it a better experience. No deprioritization, no throttling on the speeds. Video resolution playback is uncapped. They're giving you more tethering and hotspot data, so they're giving people a reason to upgrade. It's a better experience if you're, say, for example, like a power user, and you want like the best experience on the network. Whatever capacity they have, you get, as opposed to like T-Mobile Essentials, which is very entry level. It's a cheaper, lower cost plan, as well as like the regular Magenta plan, but you don't get all of those perks and benefits. And like the same could be said about promotions. And actually, therein lies the problem. What what they're not saying in this article, and what they're not saying, the T-Mobile executives, as this is structured here, is T-Mobile customers don't get the same upgrade and promotion offers if they're not on Magenta Max. So while they're telling you that customers are choosing this, they can choose, and then we win because we'll make more revenue by the customer being on the more expensive plan. They're kind of singling out those that don't want to pay for the really expensive plan. This is not a business ethics question. I'm not questioning what T-Mobile is doing. I'm just saying you have to properly frame this. Whether you raise the pricing on all plans by $1 or $2, or whether you kind of are forcing the issue, they're basically telling people, we'll give you half of a promotion if you are not going to go on Magenta Max. So yeah, we'll give you a fine deal, but if you're willing to go up to our most expensive plan, we're going to give you a great deal and knock your socks off. So that's how they're going about it. So it's different. It's a different way to increase your ARPU without like raising prices as the label. All right, so looking here at what they call price lock, they just launched that. For those of you that have been here on the channel and subscribed and watch all the videos, you know about that. It's I call it an initiative to make Verizon and AT&T look bad, right? And then making it look like it's a strategy to keep customers and stuff like that. But here's the thing about Magenta Max. Magenta Max is not something that is actually converted for T-Mobile on the Magenta brand, meaning any pre-existing customers, they don't really upgrade to Magenta Max. Most of them are keeping their old T-Mobile ones. Some people have like what is it called before that? The Simple Choice. They're keeping those old grandfathered plans. Those customers tend to keep those. And T-Mobile's not forcing people to leave those plans, but they're making it rather enticing to upgrade by offering special deals and promotions on handsets and discounts and getting people on home internet and giving them a small discount. Everything goes back to Magenta Max. So that's T-Mobile's approach. They're not giving you the best deal they can give you unless you're on the best plan they can give you, which is how they plan on converting. Now, the customers that are moving from Verizon and AT&T, those people are taking to Magenta Max. But those people are people that don't have any pre-existing relationship with T-Mobile. So the switcher pool likes Magenta Max. I don't think that the legacy T-Mobile customers care all that much about Magenta Max. I don't think it does anything for them. I think a lot of those customers are also price sensitive. I think the customers that are coming from Verizon and AT&T, whom are disgruntled, had bad experiences, didn't want to pay price increases, or they were just sick and tired of, you know, paying more. They were looking to save $5 or $10 a month or $20 a month on an account. They're more likely to come in at Magenta. And that's where I think things are happening for T-Mobile. And if you look, the amount of ARPU increase for T-Mobile is very small. That is the hardest thing for T-Mobile to improve upon. I'm not putting T-Mobile down. It's not my approach here in this video. That's not my MO. My MO in this video is to simply state that there's more than one ways to skin a cat. And that's what T-Mobile is doing. Them improving ARPU and making more revenue, they're taking a different approach. They want to stay with growth. They're just going to do it a little bit different in terms of how they're going to raise it. And this is their approach to it. What do you guys think of this? What do you think about the article? Do you guys think T-Mobile's doing it the right way? Do you guys think that they should be doing things differently? Should they do it like a more traditional carrier, or should they do this through like kind of like a roundabout way with, trying to push the premium upsell? I mean, this is essentially what Verizon has been doing for the last 3 years. It's not really any different. Everything for Verizon has been, let's get people off of these old unlimited plans. Let's get them off of the start plan. Let's get them on like get more, do more, all that stuff. That's essentially what they're doing here. They're not being Un-carrier at all, right? They're actually just doing it differently, I suppose. Sound off in the comment section below. You guys are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Second part of today is the ACSI Customer Satisfaction Survey. It looks like overall the customer satisfaction in wireless has dipped. And I covered a similar story like last week. And it says here that customer satisfaction has slipped 1.4%, 73 out of 100. I don't know if you guys feel the same way about this. MVNO scored slightly better at 75. For those of you that have switched from MNO, T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, have switched over to MVNO or prepaid. So we're talking about like TracFone. What are the other ones? You got like Cricket, Boost, all these other brands. Do you guys think that your customer satisfaction has improved? It says here that T-Mobile claimed the top spot for, the MNOs at 74, beyond AT&T and Verizon, who scored 73. I don't know. I maybe it's just the perceived value. All right, so they go on to give some explanation here about network quality, call clarity, strength, reliability, no dropped calls, network coverage, data speed. Verizon was first among MNOs. See, that's interesting because if you were to like read all the comments and videos of mine, you'll hear a really, really loud, vocal minority of people saying Verizon has like the worst network, overrated, they don't perform well, it's congested, it's not what it used to be. Not according to this survey. This survey says that they're the best. A network quality score of 78, AT&T at 77, and T-Mobile at 75. And people always speak so glowingly of T-Mobile, and here they are scoring like essentially last out of the big three. And they're a couple points behind number 2, and they're 3 points behind number 1. So that's an interesting thing to kind of see how the loud minority doesn't really jive with what the data is saying. Full service MVNO, it said Cricket Wireless was up 1%, Xfinity down 3%. Sheesh, that's a steep drop. But yeah, again, I covered a lot of this in a previously published video. But I think what I'm taking away from this is what people think and feel. They've got some venom towards some of these companies, and they get loud and they voice their thoughts in video comment sections of how displeased they are. Like something I always see is Verizon is so congested. It's so unenjoyable. My video always buffers. The calling is dropping now. The quality of the network performance is just not what it used to be. Not according to the data. And then for the loud, consumer base that are very happy with T-Mobile, they speak glowingly how great it is and how much, it's improved and all that. But again, they're coming in last of the big three. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section on this story. We got the two stories here, T-Mobile with the upsell and then the customer service ratings here. Love to hear what you have to say, the voice of the people of the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Please do like, share, and subscribe for more and turn on the bell notifications to never miss an upload. And links in the description for my Twitter, email, and my Patreon page. Support us there. Get early access to content exclusives not found anywhere else. Thanks for watching. See you all in the next one. Peace.